All right. Oh, little lower. Not that loud. All right, that's good. I think that's good.
We'll find out.
Okay, hello. Welcome to On the Spot. I can't say I'm John Reisinger and welcome to On the Spot. I'm Jacob Kaufman and welcome to On the Spot. I didn't write team. Yeah. I didn't write intros for you guys. I thought about writing intros, but I didn't. So who's seen On the Spot on the stage? Yeah. Nope. Helen is an actual Rooster Teeth fan here, so she knows what's going on. For the rest of you, On the Spot is an improv game show, as I told you all on the schedule. This is not a completely thrown at them thing.
It's not completely improv?
Well, no, I told you that we were doing improv. So I don't know if that counts as spoiling it or whatever. Yeah, is that because the lights are off on that camera? Can you see us? All right. How much was it?
$25.
$25.
Awesome.
Did it say who from? All the negative.
Yay. Thanks, Mom.
Thank you for the donation.
Thank you so much.
Glad I
All right. Yeah. No, that's okay.
You're helping the children. For the
All
kids.
right. For the kids.
The children who are actually physically children.
Should we all
Right.
say for the kids at once? Because that'd be
All right.
so fun.
1, 2, 3. For the kids. All right. We did that. Yay!
Hey, you
All
guys
right.
had all that time to think of a team name.
Yes, you did have all that time to think of a team name. That's one of the things about improv. You gotta every down second the somebody else is saying something. All right. Well, I haven't introduced you yet. Okay. So over here on the team to my left, this is Brett and Leo. And do you have a team name?
The Cow Milkers.
The Cow Milkers. Okay. So if you want to tweet at them, this is how it works on the actual On the Spot shows. Now, while we're playing, you can tweet at these two by using hashtag ExtraLife2016 and then hashtag the Cow Milkers for their team. Okay. And then over here we have Helen and Stephanie. And what is your team name?
The Green Catandas.
The Green Catandas. What is a catanda?
It's a cat panda.
I see. That's interesting. Where'd you get the concept of a cat panda from?
Green
Yeah.
cat.
Right.
I like pandas.
Okay. So it was just a mixture of what she was wearing and what you were thinking
Yeah.
about. All right. Sounds good.
Canada also works. Kind of.
Canada?
Cat.
Caninas.
So Canadian
Canadas.
cats. What?
Canadas.
Never mind.
Hmm.
Continue.
I like
Okay.
Canada.
So we're just gonna move past that
Green
attempted
Canada.
joke there.
It was a
All
good
right.
try. It was a good try, Leo.
Nice
Green
shot, yeah. So, like I said, On the Spot is an improv game show, so we're going to see how well this works. Our contestants will be given prompts. We're going to have different games. I'll explain the rules to those games. We're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the first game that we have is Cunning Linguistics. And so the rules of this game are each team will be given a word from, what's that?
Urban Dictionary.
Don't even say it. I know what website it comes from. Each team will be a...
Clever, guys.
This is Rooster Teeth's game show, by the way. Full disclosure, this whole game show is theirs.
Newfound respect.
It's a good show.
So each team will be given. We've got 3 words from Urban Dictionary, and
Oh,
we're going to play there's the official rules for this, and then there's the rules that actually happen. We're going to play the ones that actually happen. So for each word, all 4 people are going to get an opportunity to make up a definition for that word. If someone gets the definition correct, they get the points, and if nobody gets the definition correct, then whoever comes up with the cleverest mashup of ideas will get the points. Is that clear for everyone?
What do you mean clever mashup?
The funniest.
Well,
one,
yeah, the funniest,
Okay.
basically. If you make me laugh, then the whole point of this is like the hosts can assign points or whatever.
basically. You can give extra
So
points
yeah,
too.
I can give extra points. So yeah,
How do we make him laugh?
You tickle him?
I know how.
Tickle, tickle him with words.
right,
Does
exactly.
anyone have any
Yeah, don't touch me, but like metaphorical
no, we
feathers.
weren't touching you.
No,
We were using feathers.
yeah, verbal
that
feathers.
would not be us
I don't wanna
touching
be
you.
in
Use
the
your
middle of this.
use your verbal feathers is what you need to do. All right. So our first
I didn't pass that
word
test in language.
is adverb blasting, and we are going to start with Brett and Leo on this one. So either of you can guess first. What is adverb blasting?
Wait.
This
So
is
either
your.
one of us just makes up.
Either one of us, you can start.
both
You're both
gonna
gonna
have
have to
to.
go eventually. So
Adverb blasting. That's when, like you're watching TV at like 4 a.m. and you're about to fall asleep, but but then all of a sudden an advertisement just starts blasting of ShamWow, and then it wakes you up, and
Yeah,
then
it's like-
you throw your remote at your TV. And
It's like the TV volume, like the volume of the show is like normal, and the
Yeah.
commercials come on, and
it's BAM!
Yeah, and you said the ShamWow. So is it specifically the ShamWow, or is it like any as seen on TV late
That's just
night
an example,
products? Oh, that's just an
but-
example. Okay.
'cause he yells a lot.
Yeah.
scary.
It's like, what are you doing with your life? It's a dirty life. Get a ShamWow, clean it up.
Oh, is that what he says? I'm not sure I've ever seen a ShamWow commercial like
Didn't that guy
in
like, kill a
person.
hooker?
What?
The ShamWow
All right.
guy.
I
we're
guess he had
gonna-
a dirty life and cleaned it up.
So this like another example might be that
Billy Mays is dead.
I know there's a lot of like products for food like burger
A ShamWow
flipping little
guy.
stations or things
Oh yeah,
that
the big city slider station.
that's it. Yeah. So like
Billy Mays here.
yeah. So basically
Brand
any
new
Billy Mays
fantastic
commercial or any
product.
other commercial that the
My brother
that
likes Billy Mays.
wakes you up
Yeah.
late at night because it's really loud. Wake me up, yeah. Thank you, Leo. Leo is our resident meme person.
It's my favorite song.
Is it time to wake up inside?
Wake me up inside.
All right. So Leo, that should have given you hopefully a little bit of time to come up with your definition. So that is
have
one.
a
That is one
definition.
possible definition. What is another possible definition for adverb blasting?
I mean, I have one, but it's kind of boring. I mean, I'm gonna guess adverb blasting. It's like adverb blasting.
Oh, I was saying adverb blasting.
I'm gonna go with blasting because I kind of thought of it. And it's like, say you got a writer that's like maybe not very good, and then they just like they only know how to use adverbs, like no like subjects or nouns. And
Can
they
you tell
just,
us the definition of an adverb, just in case we have anyone who is unclear on that?
so they use a lot of adverbs. in
Okay.
there.
All right. Fair enough. Just
They go, it's wall of text adverbs.
so an adverb that's
even
describing a
understand.
verb, right? Like it's for the description of a verb.
Yeah,
Like if I
like-
loudly talk, like
Yeah.
loudly is the adverb. Is that
Loudly,
correct?
yeah.
I just make it. All
Most
right.
ly
Yeah.
words.
I always think about it if it ends in ly. I'm
Okay.
pretty much.
There's a reason I'm not in English class this semester.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so continue. Wait, sorry. You could
And
say it again if you finished already.
so yeah, it's wall of text adverbs and just blasting.
So
and
is it like a run-on sentence, or is there punctuation in there somewhere?
It's everything. It's just adverbs, dude. Everything.
man.
Okay. So it could be a run-on. It could be like
It's
a
just
long
bad-
sentence.
it's
Could be
just
short.
bad.
It's
Can
just
I
bad
jive with
writing.
them? Can I
So
kinda
adverb
like-
blasting is just bad. Huh?
Can I like just add like
Yeah,
be
you can
like
go
his
ahead.
yes man and stuff?
Yeah.
Just kind of like help him out and
Uh-huh.
stuff.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Well, I'm just let's just keep going.
Oh, so
This
you
is
just
all
like
yours.
to let us know that you support his answer as
Yeah,
his
just
teammate.
kind of like if he needs
Alright.
help explain.
I'm gonna give you guys a point for teamwork. Yeah. Don't worry, there will be plenty of opportunity for extra points. So, all right, that's the bar. So the bar has been set. Let's see who wants to start on this side.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay, so it's similar to his with the advertising, but it's
Okay.
when they use an excessive amount of explosions. Although that's really hard to do. It's really hard to do. But they use an excessive amount of
What,
explosions.
Is it hard to do because any
Explosions
amount of
are awesome.
explosions is awesome?
Explosions
Okay.
are awesome.
Considering you don't like explosions, I wouldn't.
I
think
just
you
don't
would
like
ever-
loud noises. I like watching explosions. It's weird.
So if you could watch explosions like without hearing them, if so they could invent like
Or more
silent
so,
explosions, you would
more
be all
so
over
without me just being scared of them.
them. Okay, that's fair enough. Just attack the root cause there
Yeah.
instead of the symptom. All right.
Yeah.
So advertising with excessive explosions.
Yes.
What's like an example
Lots
of a product that like?
lots of-
I mean, I've seen
would
car
advertise-
advertisements where they use like the explosions to
Yeah,
transition
like
from one place to
movies.
another place. But then I've
Movies?
also seen
Yeah.
Eric
Movie trailers.
Greiton did commercials where he blew something up and used a gun to shoot stuff.
With,
and
with Eric Grant.
he
Like
was running for governor.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if he actually made it
Well,
because I
that's
haven't paid
interesting.
attention.
He did.
All right, so explosions work in Missouri.
Yeah.
Like another like Mr. Torque from Borderlands. Doesn't he do like an advertisement? Like in the advertisement for the DLC, because you know Mr. Torque is all about yelling, screaming,
Yeah.
explosions, and louder and bigger, more explosions.
Yeah, it's true.
You made a video game reference. I'm not.
It's a good video game.
Okay. I haven't played it, but so I didn't get the reference. But that's all right.
I would.
Yeah.
I've played
I played it,
pre-sequel
now I
and,
know
and
Dr.
Borderlands
Mr.
too. That's
Torque.
it.
He's in a DLC. He's not the
Like
main
bombs. Bombs
All
and
right.
ads.
So
Bombs and
advertising uses
explosions are
excessive
great.
explosions. Okay.
Yes. As long as they're
And
not
then
gonna kill
Stephanie,
me.
what do you think adverb blasting might be?
An overuse of adverbs in a extremely loud advertisement that are infomercial.
Okay, infomercial specifically.
That,
so like movie trailers don't count.
Correct. the excessive use of adverbs in an infomercial to give a overwhelmingly positive feel on a product.
Right, because there are lots of positive adverbs, like, name some positive adverbs, actually. Anyone's open here.
The use of basically making using so many adverbs that the product description becomes vague.
Okay. So, like, if I was selling this mouse, like, what kind of adverbs? Because, like, so adverbs, we're still not clear on adverbs. Are they modifying verbs? Because, like, adjectives are, like, when you're saying, like the blue mouse, right, or something. But the adverbs would be, like, this mouse gently, like, glides across, I don't know. So, using
This is why we're
lots of
English majors.
adverbs in advertisements. Now, did you say loud, or is that
I said that the overuse of adverbs
just the overuse?
in an infomercial
Okay.
that is excessively loud,
Okay.
causing the description of the product to be extremely vague.
All right. That's like a 4-part answer.
Yes.
That's solid. All right. Well, let's see what the definition of adverb blasting actually is, according to Urban Dictionary. When the commercials are much louder than the program and you have to turn the volume down. All right. So I'm going to have to give points for this word to Brett because that was basically his definition. He did get the first definition, and this was a pretty easy word. Let's give like half of that amount of points. I don't know how many points that was because we didn't coordinate on that, but our scorekeeper's keeping track of that. Give half the amount of points you give to Brett to Stephanie because she also incorporated loud in her answer. So yeah. All right, our next word is page clicker. And we're going to start with Stephanie and Helen on this one. Either of you, what might a page clicker be?
Do you have an idea yet?
Do you think page clicker could be like
Got some conferring going on.
Like a.
Feel free to do like the behind the microphone, you know.
Do you think it could
Yeah,
be
like that,
more
like that's perfect.
like a page clicker, like when you click on something that automatically takes
When you
to
hear
a
the little
different
giggle from one
page?
side, you know that
Or-
team's doing well. That's
I was
Or-
thinking about like the Kindle things.
Wait, what?
You
Can't say that.
all right. Let's
Wait,
not what we're
They don't
selling
know how to
here.
use it.
Oh.
Like the ebooks.
All right.
Like you can turn pages.
What's funny is we're probably coming up with something logical versus them.
Yeah. Well, they're just pandering, but you know, pandering is good.
I mean,
They're playing for
I like
camera,
your
that's good.
idea. Since you have your own idea and I have my own idea.
Wait, me?
There you go. Two ideas.
You have an idea?
I have
All right.
like
That's enough conferring. Sometimes you just gotta go. This is improv. We're on the spot here. So, who wants to start?
it's kind of different.
I think that a page clicker, I don't know if it's like a noun or a verb or what, but like something that you unknowingly click on that creates a new page without you knowing or takes you to an unwanted page.
So like pop-ups?
Yes.
Okay. So page clicker, like another word for pop-ups, or
Yeah.
maybe like the action of something. being a
Clicking to
pop-up.
create a pop-up or take you to a different website in the page that you, yeah.
Okay. So even if it's not a pop-up, then like something that you click on a link and it takes you like an advertisement, but you didn't know it was an ad. So it
Right,
takes you
like
to a
when it
different
opens
website.
a new tab or
Yeah.
it creates a pop-up.
New window.
Yeah. All right. That's one possible definition. Helen.
Okay, so it's someone who's like me and is not technologically advanced, but I know how to use a Kindle. But it's like when they have an e-reader book thing that they don't know how to turn pages very well.
Ah.
So they keep like trying to hit it, or they don't know how to swipe.
Yeah, and some of those have the swipes, but some of those older like black and white e-readers actually have the buttons on the
Yeah.
sides you had to click. So.
Yeah, so they don't know how to use it because they're used to physical copies of books. They're used to turning pages that way.
Yeah.
Whereas with this one, they have to figure out how to do it with their fingers and buttons and the technological stuff and charging and all that fun stuff.
So the page clicker is the person who can't figure out how to work an e-reader, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Brett and Leo, what do you guys think a page clicker might be? Either of you?
Do you want to do yours first?
Well, yeah, I'll go first. Okay. So I believe a page clicker is refers to my grandmothers who will go on Facebook and click on basically any page they see, whether it is legitimate or not,
Right,
More times
yeah.
than not, I will find shared links
Yeah,
to
that's a big.
pages
Yeah.
linking to parody news websites that they believe is completely
All of the
true,
articles are real.
completely real, in every way, shape, and form.
This is very specific. It's almost like you have real world experience with this.
Oh yeah, I've had plenty of experience. Like, I'm trying. I
Yeah.
can't.
I mean, I
of
think we all have that
specifics.
older relative who like shares everything they see on Facebook, right?
Yeah,
Like whether it's
real-
like political stuff or like cat photos, like there's different ends of the spectrum, but somebody's out there sharing everything.
They
And
can't
it's that one
understand.
friend.
They don't know. They can't tell the difference between the real stuff. They'll be like,
Yeah.
kids these days. They're
All right.
just
So once
causing
again,
trouble.
so the page clicker is the person who shares too many, like shares every page they
they'll
see
just
on.
click on anything. And
So is it on
whatever.
Facebook specifically?
I
is
see
it
it
a-
primarily on Facebook.
Okay. All right. Interesting, Leo.
So, my interpretation is that a page clicker is a derogatory term for someone very technologically illiterate, like very, very like to the point where like they'll call up tech support and like the IT guy will like
Yeah. So that would be like
guide them through like step by step. I mean like.
move the
step.
mouse over here.
Yes, and
Click.
then-
Now read what it
But
says, so
the
I know you
thing
clicked
is,
it
like,
right.
they don't understand, like, they can't understand right clicks and left clicks
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
or double click. They just click in the page.
Yeah, like a Mac user from the 90s or something.
Like, over and over again, like, to say double click here, and then they'll spam it, or then double click, and then, like, click,
All right.
and you get what I'm saying, or, like, they don't understand that there's a left button and a right button.
Right.
So
There's
that's-
the scrolly thing, which also can be a
That's,
button.
that's my
yeah,
interpretation of it.
Yeah, that's the middle button some mice have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like the scrolly thing.
All right.
its
So
own
once again, the page clicker is the person who doesn't know how to use a mouse correctly.
Yeah.
So we just got a lot of people who don't know how to use technology here. Was that everyone's? What was?
Well, hers wasn't so much that they don't know how to use technology.
It's
Hers was
that
more of just
just
like
things
accidental clicking.
Right. Okay.
Yours was
Or
turning
you click
pages
on things
like
that-
an e-reader.
Yeah, but they don't know how to use an
Do what you
e-reader.
want.
Oh, true.
All right, well, let's see what the actual definition for page clicker is. It is an online book or article that is exciting to read and
Wow.
hard to put down. Like a page turner, but just online. So none of you got it correct. 3 of you were talking about the people rather than the actual content. While I liked that Stephanie's definition because it was unique, and I didn't think of that myself, that didn't really hit the mark. I'm gonna give points to Helen's definition for this one, which is as effectively as the same thing as giving it to Stephanie because you're on the same team. Because you basically got it right, where you're reading something, you were just talking about the person, and you were talking about, an e-reader, but you have to connect the dots somehow. So, all right, last word, net lag, and we will start with Brett and Leo on this one. Either of you, what do you think net lag is?
Well, I mean, obviously, first thing that comes to mind is when like you're on the internet and you get internet lag.
Right. Like
That's-
laggy internet,
Yeah.
like what be it in video games or just browsing the web and it's slow.
But that's boring and so obvious that I don't think that's the right answer.
Well,
So,
hang. All right. Well.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
that it's when on your weekly outings in the woods and you set your net traps. Okay. And like people go and they trip the wire to set off your net trap.
Like people do it intentionally to mess up your trap.
No, they're just walking through the woods minding their own business.
So like other people accidentally get caught.
You're
in
not
your
putting this
trap.
on a trail, are you?
I
Well, if
hope
people
not.
are hiking, like.
Well, I'm just
a
wanting to
hike
make
up
sure-
trail, I don't know.
But where are
what-
you?
At the
Will?
very least, like you're not putting it on a very obvious trail.
Are you
You're
in
putting a
Alaska?
trap.
That's a good question.
I can hide it well.
Well,
So
if you can hide it
are
well, like,
trying-
Why are you questioning
I'm just wanting to
my
make sure you aren't putting it
skills?
on a.
It could be like a you can.
Are you
maybe
being a
can't
serial
tell if it's
killer?
a human trail or like a deer trail. Like it's a trail.
Yeah,
but, it's
but
just
like
dirt.
sometimes you can tell more obvious trails versus not so
Yeah.
obvious trails. If,
So
I'm
thinking it
asking,
would
are you
probably
putting
be
it
that
on the more
not
obvious
so
trails?
obvious.
I mean,
Can you find it?
Is it intentional or not? Basically, is what we're coming down
Can
to.
other people find
Are
it?
you trying to be
catch
a serial
people,
killer?
or is it people like, oh darn, somebody stepped in my trap?
it's when they trip on the wire, but like it takes too long for the net to get them, so they escape.
Okay, so they don't actually get caught in
Okay.
it.
And then I
But
starve
Is this
for a
people
week.
specific?
But it does actually. So it does actually. So
Have
does that
negative
happen
effects.
if like let's say you're trying to catch a deer in a net, because I don't hunt, but I don't know if you catch deer in nets, but
Close enough.
Close enough. All
I
right.
don't
So
know.
let's say you're trying to catch deer in a net, and then like the deer trips over the wire, but the net lags, and you don't catch the deer. Is that still net lag, or does it have to be a human?
That's also net lag, but I would
Okay.
never.
And
eat
how
a deer.
would you tell?
You would never eat a deer. Okay.
No, that's inhumane.
How would you be able to tell, anyways?
Yeah, you wouldn't really be able to tell who it was.
Unless you have really
You
good
know,
tracking
For the
skills.
purpose of discussion, we can just be.
I would just
Yeah.
let it go. Like if I did catch any animal other
caught
than
a human.
I let it go.
Hang on, but you wouldn't
I
let
catch
go
a
a human?
What if I catch a human?
Would you?
Can I
if
feed
you
it?
actually caught a human, would you let the go?
Oh my god.
No, no.
All right.
Why would I let it go?
Before Brett says something incriminating, let's move on to Leo.
Why would I let it go?
Leo, what definition do you think would fit net lag?
Like, I really want to say it's like, it's what it sounds like,
Okay.
but that's just so boring. Like, I want to say it's like, yeah, like you're on the internet and Google's not working, or you're playing Call of Duty and it does the thing where like the guy's like running in place and
Or he like
nothing's
runs and
happening.
then goes back, right?
Yeah,
that
like,
rubber
or he's
banding.
just
We were
like-
talking about that.
yeah,
That
or
was
he's like-
happening to us here because we're using a VPN to play video
Or
games. So.
he's like running into the wall and just not moving.
Yeah.
Like moving, but
All right, so just laggy
But-
net, and you're allowed to use that as your definition if you want to, because Brett gave a different one. Or if you want to come up with another one, you're free to. But if that's how you got, I mean, it's plain and simple.
I mean, I want to say that, but at the same time, I kind of just want to start saying words because
Well, you are saying
That's
words.
that's the idea. Just say
That is the
words.
word.
That's the idea for the show. That's what makes it a good show. If you can come up with
lag
words.
is when you take a net, a fishing net,
Fishing
and you
specific.
take it out to the desert where it's not supposed to be,
Okay.
and
So there's the net.
you
Now we
want
need-
to catch
Fish?
things in the desert like sand. But
Okay.
the problem
Are you
with
making
that
glass?
is it's a net, and the holes are big, and sand is really
So
small.
I see the
So you're
net.
trying-
I see the net in your definition, but I don't understand the lag.
He's getting
Okay.
there.
All right.
So
I think
you
it's the
take
human
let
that's
him go.
lagging.
and you throw it in the sand to catch some sand, and then
And
so
then
so the sand is so the net is on the
The
ground.
net
and
is on the ground.
The sand is in the net, and
Right.
then you pull the net out of the sand.
How big is
okay,
this
you're free to
fishing
stop
net?
anytime. Just say.
The squares are
I'm
probably
almost
about
there.
Okay.
And then, but the problem is, you're trying to keep the sand, but there's a lag in the time of your ability to capture the sand because it falls out, so it takes longer to catch the sand. That's
Are
what
you
that lag
making
is.
glass?
I feel like he's going in circles.
I like how
Does anybody
he
have
just
a
described
pointer?
taking a fishing net, not just a fishing net into the desert to catch sand because you need to catch it. You can't just pick it up. And then you're trying to use a mesh with holes in it to pick up sand.
I'm
and
at
you're
least trying
describing
to-
That,
I'm
you're
trying-
describing that as a lag of
It's a
time.
lag.
And then Helen's
Yes.
Helen's first question
you got-
is,
At least I'm trying-
are you making glass?
I'm
Like,
just, at least I'm
she's-
trying to give it a reason for why he's trying to catch sand.
I
She's
could
just
be.
concerned with the end result of this. Are we making glass or are we not?
I'm just wanting to make
actually-
sure he has a legitimate reason for
I'm a
why he's trying to
professional
catch
glass
sand.
blower, so yes,
Okay.
Guys, he blows glass.
that's an
All right.
I'm offended.
But
So-
he is using a net to get it.
Yes.
So how can you...
So that
Because-
that bar was a little bit higher.
Because
We're
the
gonna.
customers ask for my glass.
You might
and
want to
then
quit while you're ahead.
How do you have glass?
I'd
Before
like to
we
remind you
create
that we're
anything
on,
more
There's
incriminating.
a lag in the time that they get the final product because it takes so long
Okay,
to get
so there's
sand
no
in the net.
lag with the...
Hang on,
There's a lag with both.
they're dismantling. I would highly suggest, like I'm being an attorney right now. I would suggest you plead the fifth and just stop answering the questions because you have an okay definition and they're kind of
I think-
poking holes in it.
I think I have, holes like in the net. I have a
Exactly.
perfect
He tied it back in. That's
I have a
excellent.
perfect definition.
All
He
right.
tied it in with the net.
Yes. You tied it at the top of the net, so it's all collected in one. All right.
Continue.
That was okay.
That was perfect.
Higher bar. Still room for more. So either of you two, maybe whoever can stop laughing first. What do you think net lag might be?
I am going to do a logical
These were
a
logical
definition
answers.
for net lag.
Okay.
It took a while to think about it. While
Yeah,
you guys took your sweet time.
you gave them a lot of time to think about it.
Thank you.
Sharing is
But
caring.
you know, you guys both kind of took my idea. But I think that net lag could be when you have, for example, like a little fish tank fishing net and you're trying to catch your fish.
Okay.
Or
It's like a
just the
handheld net.
idea of you trying to scoop something
Right.
out of water, and you've got like this. You've got the lag in trying to get the fish out of there, because fishes
Water
are fast.
resistance.
Yeah, and then the water slows it down too, so that's
Yeah,
kind of a lag
so
too.
it's like
I see that, yeah. And as someone who's owned fish, I
I
actually identify with, I don't identify with like picking up deer in the woods, but like trying to scoop a fish out of the
neither do
fishbowl, I understand what you're talking
It'll,
about.
like-
So I appreciate that.
And it's you know, a small net that's kind of, you know, mesh where water can actually go through it. Not,
Right. I mean, sand can go through it, water can go through it,
Yeah,
anything.
but like you can
Except for
actually.
the fish. Fish
I
can't
kind of
go
hope
through
the
it.
fish can't go through those small holes.
Yeah, it seems
There
like
are
you've got a
some
really
fish.
big problem with their
I
definitions.
Yeah, it's because of the size of the holes. She doesn't
I
like
see no
she doesn't
problem
like
with
large
the
holes.
I hate fish too. I don't like taking care of them. Your
Okay.
answer?
Well, before your teammate murders you because that look in her eyes is there
You was
right
funny.
now.
My name's Stephanie Tsunami too.
Oh, yeah, you're like the queen of the seas or something, aren't you?
I don't.
Is
like
that your tagline?
I don't. Yeah, I don't like seafood.
And I don't really either.
Well, I mean, you've had
not a
pet
big
fish.
fan.
It makes sense you wouldn't like seafood.
I don't
Yeah, well,
like
that
taking
wasn't
care of them
wise.
either.
I like taking care of them. I had a fish that lasted for years. Like most of my fish like were pretty short-lived, and then I had one that lasted for
Do
years.
you have any cannibal fish?
No. What?
Goldfish are cannibals.
Oh.
Oh
well,
yeah, I do.
I had goldfish. Yeah.
Hate 'em. They all
Just
smell.
be
I've
careful.
got like 80-gallon multiple tanks, but they're in my brother's room, so I don't gotta deal with them. But they still smell up the whole house.
All right.
Anyway,
So Helen, we got some very interesting definitions. We have a chance. for
Mine
one
doesn't
more.
involve a net.
Go ahead. That's fine.
guys.
Okay, so it's like when you're on a server for like Minecraft, for example,
Okay.
and it does this magical little thing called it lags you out, and so everyone is waiting for you to come back in because you're doing a live stream.
So is that like? Did we see this today? Like
Maybe.
that happened
Quite
30
possibly.
times where we all got
Yeah.
timed out of the server.
Yeah.
And
And the
then,
server closed?
well,
Yeah.
no. See, that's just the server crashing. That's a separate issue. But when it's the lag itself causing it, I think is what Helen's
Yeah.
talking about.
It's like when you're trying to get something done, but you can't because your server keeps kicking you out because your internet or something is too slow for its liking, or it's too slow for your internet, or things are not working and they're not connecting and meshing and they're not
Meshing
nets.
like a net.
They're not
Right.
netting.
But-
They're not
Have
netting.
enough lag, then things can't respond, and then things crash.
And then the net
Well,
falls apart.
If we want to go and look at the causes of those crashes, I'm pretty sure we were. I don't know what I'll need to look at the error messages.
It was the
So,
net was falling
before
apart.
we get to a tech video out of this, we're gonna move on. So I'm afraid none of you got that definition correct.
that's-
The definition of net lag is a feeling like jet lag that happens when you use your computer after dark and the light tricks your body into thinking it's still daytime. So a lot of phones actually come with nighttime modes now, like both Android and iOS phones come with nighttime modes, and what that does is it filters out the blue light and it does more yellow light because that doesn't make your body think that it's daytime, but like blue light coming from screens especially, since like, I don't know if it's because the sky's blue or whatever, but or if it's just because there's a lot of energy in blue light, but yeah, it makes your body think that it's still daytime. So then like you're browsing Reddit for like 5 hours and then you're like, oh, it's 2 in the morning. I thought it was still daytime because of net lag.
It's only 12:12.
Right now?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, I missed it. My watch says 12:13. Darn, yeah. All right,
my
well,
watch is like
I'm
a
going
minute
to give
slow,
points
sorry.
to Brett and Leo's team on this one. I'm sorry, but nobody got the
they-
definition correct. And
Theirs-
Leo,
theirs were
you
pretty
started with your answer, and I gave you several outs where I was like, you can stop if you want to. You
I
don't
didn't
need.
want to. I had
but
to go
you
deeper.
kept
I had-
going
I
on.
had to.
He
And-
didn't want to lag.
Right. Okay. All right.
This is what I get for being logical.
Okay. That is what if you had gotten it right, then the logic would have won. But you know. So that's that round. So that is the end, I believe, of cunning linguistics. So game number 2 is Think About It. This is a fun one. So each team is going to get a prompt, and when you get your prompt, you are going to have to give a one team answer to the prompt, and it's going to be, I think, how to something.
Isn't it one word at a time?
Yes, one word at a time, going back and forth between partners. So like, I'll tell you who starts it off, and then yeah, you go back and forth between people. Now, when I ring the bell, then the other team, whoever's going has to stop. The other team gets to interject a word in. And then the first team has to use that word in their answer. So I'll usually do that if they're like doing too well, and then I'll let the other team interject a word. And if you can interject a word that really throws them off course, like...
Are we supposed to keep this family appropriate as well?
Yes, please, because we're on the street and we're in a
Just
church
making
facility
sure.
right now. But try. That's all
have to
all I
ask.
can ask is that you try. So let's see who's going to. I think we started with you guys for Think About It, so we started with you guys for Cunning Linguistics. We're gonna start with you guys for Think About It. Stephanie and Helen, your prompt is how to raise money for charity. This is something we all have a little bit of familiarity with after today. So yeah, how to raise money for charity. So I'm going to say Stephanie can start us off. One word at a time, back and forth between partners. Does everyone understand the rules?
Yes.
All right.
Kind of. Begin.
I say begin, and then you go, and we're going to have a 60-second timer?
But
Do we have a 60-second timer?
That was me beginning.
Oh, well,
You gotta wait for the timer.
yeah, you have to wait for me to start. Here, I'll just use my watch to...
I've got one on my... I got a stopwatch.
Well, I've got one, too.
Yeah, it makes sense that the judge should do it.
This is...
How can we do that?
Can you set yours? Can you set a timer?
I have a stopwatch.
All right, does anyone have a time? Yeah, a phone would be great.
Hang on, that's not my phone.
That's not my phone?
This is my phone.
Interesting.
That's my iPod.
Interesting.
They have timers.
Yeah, but I don't know how to use it.
All right.
Where's my clock? No, there's my stopwatch.
Timer,
We need a timer.
It's got a stopwatch timer thing!
Likes.
Oh no, what
Should
are
I
you
get my
doing?
phone?
No, what are you doing? There we go.
Beating.
God dang it.
All right, I'm gonna grab my phone and then I'll be done in about 2 seconds.
Ah, it's new.
All right.
New
Got
button.
it.
Wow.
Here.
Breaking chairs, aren't you?
I'm not breaking chairs. That's who stacked those chairs.
I got it!
Ready?
You got it. Well,
Yeah. Press start.
Too late.
all right. No, yeah, give me yours.
Wow.
Wait,
Quagmire.
30?
going on?
No, 60 seconds.
Quagmires.
All right, I got it.
Okay.
You tried. I was gonna give you an extra point if you had gotten it quick, but
Sorry.
that's all right. All right.
I forgot
One
which
word at a
one I had in
time.
my
60
pocket.
seconds on the clock. After I set this to Portugal. Yeah, we didn't think about the timer. All right, ready, set, go.
Begin.
With
Riding.
a
Bike.
Nope. Writing A.
Unicycle.
Okay. Writing unicycle.
For.
the
Marathon.
and
Enjoy.
the
Parkour.
As.
the
Crowd.
cheers
For.
the
Oh, I keep going for the
for the
yours. Yours.
Can I say a name as one word?
Yes, if you say it really quick, like
Tony Hawk.
foundation
Followed.
by
A.
Squid.
dinner
Chasing.
a
Chef.
around
My.
Door hinge.
is that one word?
All right.
No, that's only
I
one.
don't know if that's one
That's
word or
only
You said
not.
two.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I said, can I say a name as one?
She asked.
You should have just said Tony.
All right.
Door hinges.
You guys did really good. You the squid dinner thing, like that really could have thrown you off, but you just rolled right along. That was great.
I mean, like, we just finished a marathon. I'm gonna be hungry.
Shouldn't have
the
said
door hinge was
unicycle.
the what?
Shouldn't have said unicycle.
Yeah, you really like they were going with
I was
bicycle
just getting
already.
used to it.
I was trying to go for the kids.
I'm still.
I
gonna
was
be
trying to get
right
for the kids in there.
At one point. All right, so that's what this game is like. So you guys have a better understanding of how it works now.
It's fun.
So yeah, both of you guys will go, and then I'll decide who did it better, and they get points. So, Brett and Leo, how to get other people to do your job. This is your prompt. And we're going to start with Brett on this one.
He's an expert.
Well, I didn't say it. 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock. One word at a time. Ready, set, go.
First,
Take.
there,
Car.
Take the car.
And
steal,
large
amounts,
of
Grandmas.
then
cause,
chaos.
at,
The
Museum.
so,
then. Ben Stiller.
What? What word was that?
Ben Stiller. The name.
Okay, alright.
will,
Fight.
So Ben Stiller will fight. That's how you get people to do
That's how you
your
get
job.
people to do. Now, if your job was fighting, did you know what the prompt was? Was I bad at like?
I
saying it,
completely
or-
forgot what the prompt. I was just thinking of
I
words.
could chaos, really?
All right.
I love it. We're stealing grandmas.
Yeah. Well, like they could.
We're stealing grandmas and causing chaos at the museum.
Taking the grandmas for hostages. There are ways you could have rolled with that. You guys actually answered the prompt, Helen and Stephanie. So points for Think About It is going to go to Helen and Stephanie.
Can we do
However
more?
many points that is. Can what?
Can we do more?
There's only those
So
two.
there's only one for each. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I rang the bell more probably than John does on the show.
I mean, it really
And you
depends.
guys really, yeah.
It's like
I-
if they're
I rang
doing
it at every
good, they do it.
opportunity.
But
Yeah.
if they're doing
Forget about
bad and they're derailing themselves,
Yeah,
he doesn't. He just
there's
lets
no
them
reason
go.
to, yeah.
I was trying to aim towards like steal their cars so they can't leave.
Okay, yeah, well,
like
you
that.
didn't
Well,
get
that
that
makes
far.
sense.
Alright, so yeah, points for that game go to Helen and Stephanie. Our next game is ABCs of Storytelling.
I gotta
This is a
remember
fun
my
one.
alphabet now.
Yeah. Alright, so how this one works is you're each going to be given a scenario that involves both of you. It's personalized. We did not really, but we put your names into the prompt. And then you're going to go back and forth between saying lines. So this is no longer one word at a time. You can say an entire line. Okay. However, when you go back and forth saying lines, you need to follow the first word of each line needs to be the next letter in the alphabet. So like, and actually I forgot to pick out random letters to start on, so you're both gonna start on A, and we'll see how that works. So that should make it a little bit easier. But yeah, so the first line will start with A, second line will start with B. Yeah, everyone clear? Mm-hmm. All right. So our first prompt, I think we're gonna start with Brett and Leo again. Yeah. Leo is interviewing Brett for a job position. Brett lied about everything on his application. So, by the way, you don't have to use, if you get this far, which I doubt you will, because you have 60 seconds, by the way. If you get to X and Z, you can skip those, but you get extra points if you use them. And then the amount of points you get on this is how many letters you get through the alphabet, so.
So we have to say a phrase,
You
say a lot.
whole line, yeah,
a
phrase.
whole line that starts with that letter.
Yeah, it can be even multiple sentences if you string them together. It just needs to start with that
Something
letter.
crazy, I'll work with it.
It's pretty flexible.
Go back. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Who
Alright.
starts?
We're gonna have Leo start because he's doing the interview. So on your mark, get set, go.
After looking at some of your interview questions, I'm becoming very suspicious that some of it is false.
Because of why?
Because you see, it's really unlikely that you fought militias in Africa for Steve Jobs.
Darn, I tried so hard to fight for Steve Jobs.
Even though some of these things will qualify you for your position, you can't get the position if you're a dirty liar.
Forget you, man.
Vernon, this is you have to tell the truth, otherwise I can't give you this position.
All right. That was actually, you guys did pretty good. Let's get a round of, we don't have much of an audience in here, but that was, yeah. All right, that
Good
was
job
pretty
keeping it clean.
Keeping it clean. Good, nice save a couple times there, and neither of you ever messed up. I don't know if you get points off if you mess up or not. That's for
Technically you do, but we never know because we don't see the points as they're going up.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys did pretty good. There's some interesting stuff Brett put on his application. And now, how often in doing that did you guys like stop and think the alphabet in your head from A? Again, you didn't get very far, so you didn't have any issues. All right, it's harder when you start with a different letter. So let's see what Helen and Stephanie's prompt is. You guys, Helen is going to the doctor for a mild headache. Stephanie is a doctor who checks everything on WebMD. All right, so there's your prompt. We're gonna start with Helen because she's the one going to the doctor. 60 seconds on your mark, get set, go.
Doc, I got a bad headache.
But you see, there's a lot to it.
Cancer.
Don't stress yet, okay?
Everything's gonna be okay, right?
Figure it out, you know. We'll figure it out.
Good.
Helen, I'm sorry, but I don't know exactly like what part of your brain is hurting.
Just about all of it. It's like everywhere.
Just wondering, did you meant to say I?
I have it just about everywhere.
I
remember my alphabet.
She said J, but then I followed it up with the J, so.
Yeah, because she said J, and then she said another thing, like another sentence when you were waiting. So I think the problem was that you didn't do the K, right?
Well, she was supposed to do an
I was supposed to do I.
So I did a
All
J.
right. So it's hers that got the point off.
I
if we're
screwed
doing
up
that
the
thing.
alphabet.
Did our scorekeeper catch what happened there? Because I didn't. Okay, great.
I can't remember
All
my
right,
alphabet.
we're gonna give our scorekeeper a moment to add up all the points. I don't have to assign points for this game because they're based on how many letters you got through. But let's get a round of applause for you guys too, because
Cancer.
yeah, round of applause for yourself.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Well, it was kind of backwards because I was expecting Stephanie to bring up the cancer, but
Right.
I did start with.
I was like,
We saved that.
I don't know what part of your brain it's hurting.
Yeah, that was actually more like Helen is going to the doctor for a mild headache, and she checks everything on WebMD, and then the doctor's trying to calm it down.
I mean, like
By checking
I had like a
WebMD.
headache all this past week.
Yeah.
I think we stayed on.
Cancer.
Yeah.
Don't
Brett-
freak out,
Brett
we're
may have
not
to
sure
stand off
yet.
more. All right. Do we have a total of our points so far? This is game 3 out of 4. So, all right. The cow milkers have 28 points.
Boy.
The green.
No.
How many points did you give them for each game?
It's 10 points for the first game for each word, and the second game is 50.
10 points for each word?
Yeah, second
No,
game is
no. There's no way.
For the definition.
Oh,
for
no,
each
I get it.
definition.
All right. And then think
Not
about
each
it.
word.
50 points for the second game winner.
Do we want to make
And then
that
you have 20
like
for each word.
20 points for the
Yeah, we
second
can't do
winner?
50.
Make that 20 points for the second. Subtract 30 from whoever won.
You have -2 points.
Maybe we should just make it 10?
Yeah, that sounds really like a really good idea.
Well,
going on?
make it.
They
They
don't
still
want
gonna
us to be
winning
so
if we
far
make
ahead.
it down to 10?
No, the winner of the last week gets 50, so it doesn't matter either way.
Okay, all right, good. All right, so think about it is only 20 points in our version of On the Spot. And normally at this time, between the second and third game, there's a redemption challenge. Instead, we're not doing that. We're gonna play 4 games. So, and oh, my watch is 0-0. All right, we're almost kind of on schedule. What time did we start?
I don't know.
All right. So our last game is going to determine this, and it is impromptu pitch. Now this is going to be tough because I have to decide the winner. But how this works is each team is going to be given an actor, a location, and a genre, and then you will have 60 seconds to pitch a movie idea to me, the big movie studio exec, and you're telling me what the next big movie is going to be, the next Hollywood
also need to work on a
blockbuster.
name.
So, and then after, you don't have to do the name during your time, but after, I may ask you for a name.
Yeah. Just keep that.
So yeah, let's see. So does everyone understand what's going on, kind of?
So actor, location, and genre.
Right.
Yes,
And then
and
you
we
have to
gotta
give me a
create a
pitch
movie.
that incorporates all three of those. All right. So let's see. We started with you guys for the last game, right? So we're gonna start with you guys for impromptu pitch, Helen and Stephanie.
Are we doing it together?
Yes. Yeah. And
Do we get to stand
I-
up and act it out?
hang on.
No, no. He
Yeah.
rings the bell and we switch
hey,
between
Kirsten,
persons.
All right, I ring the bell to switch between persons.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have you
So-
tell us which
You do
person
yours
to start
and then
with.
I do
No,
mine?
no,
Okay,
we work
go.
at the same time. We work together on building the pitch. But he tells us one person at a time. So he'll pick one of us to start.
Yeah.
And we'll start going and we'll go and,
you-
go until
you
he rings
do
the
is
bell.
You keep going. It doesn't
Okay,
like
so we
words
switch
don't
in the
matter,
middle of it.
sentences don't matter.
Yeah,
Every time I hit the
until
bell,
every
you
time he
switch.
rings the bell, you switch whoever has it.
Thank you. I completely
okay.
forgot about that aspect.
It's okay.
All right.
I've watched the show. I can help you with this.
All right. So, Helen and Stephanie are going first. Your prompt is Morgan Freeman on the beach horror.
Okay.
It's a horror film with Morgan Freeman on the beach. You have to pitch me a movie pitch for that movie. All right. You ready?
Who's starting?
Helen is starting because
'Kay.
she knows what's going on. And 60 seconds on the clock. Ready, set, go.
So it's twilight and you're on the beach. It's really calm day, but like it's like twilight and there's a lot of dark trees lines and you see a figure walking towards you. And as you get closer and closer, like you're carrying a torch for whatever reason, but as you're getting closer and closer, you see that it's more.
You see that it's. Oh, all right.
Morgan Freeman
Easy,
is
easy.
standing there,
Keep going.
and you're just a little confused by the silhouette that's just there, and you're holding your torch because the power's gone out, and you're taking a nightly stroll, and your torch just happens to be a flashlight in English,
We're in
British
England.
term, and this is a English British beach that we're on, and we see Morgan Freeman in the distance, but you don't know that it's Morgan Freeman until he's chasing you because you forgot something.
Because he forgot he was God. and he
All right. Yeah, time.
Do we
That
confer
was
for a
pretty
name?
good. Yeah, what's the name of that? We didn't get very far in the plot, but I'm pretty enthralled already. It's
Godspeed.
first couple minutes got me. All right. What did you guys think about that?
speech.
While they're coming up with the name.
Not God's beach. God's
I mean,
think the beach.
Does it affect
Like
The audience
horror.
is speechless.
I look at
You guys liked it
If I
so
saw- I
I would
much.
have taken it a
It's
different
on the
way,
bargain, but I pick it
but
up.
I just have a different.
I think your guys' prompt might be
I
a
was
little
thinking that you were
easier.
gonna say like,
Um,
because you left something on the
I-
beach.
I know what I would have said.
You're
I was
walking
like-
on the beach.
What would you?
All right. What is the name of your movie that you described?
God's speech.
God's speech. All right. Well, it's pretty. All right. They didn't flesh that out very well. That's a pretty shallow pitch. It could go places. If it got picked up, maybe like a reboot later that adds more story. But
Or a prequel.
for now, we're gonna go to our other team, Brett and
Morgan
Leo.
Freeman, we don't have much of a story to go based off of.
Yeah.
He's got. You just use his voice everywhere.
And then
Booming
all right.
voice overlays everything.
I can smell you.
So Brett and Leo, like I said, your prompt might be a little bit easier.
Have you
It's
seen
Seth
Gassy Mexican?
Rogen in the bank comedy.
Oh, he does a really good Morgan Freeman voice.
You're going to pitch me a movie with those three things, and
Who's starting?
Brett's gonna start because he's the comedian here. I think maybe Leo does too, but Brett's gonna start. 60 seconds on the clock. Ready, set, go.
All right, so the movie starts out, as every comedy does, really, really fast, really funny. Okay, and we got Seth Rogen. He walks into the bank. He's just laughing like crazy, of course. And then he goes up to the teller, and he says,
Hey man, you got any weed I can buy off you? Because as we know, any movie involving Seth Rogen involves copious amounts of marijuana. So he goes to the bank. He's really confused. He forgot he's not even in a state with legalized marijuana anymore. And
so and he accidentally is like, I'd like to make a deposit, but he accidentally hands them a bag of weed, and
the teller takes it and is really confused but slightly intrigued. So asks to meet up with Mr. Rogen.
and then so they
Okay.
Did this
I-
turn
I
into
was-
a romantic?
I was that where it was going? Because it wasn't a rom-com, it was just comedy.
On my interpretation was like it was gonna be like a.
Yeah, it was just comedy. I didn't.
They were
We
gonna
thought
be-
about
they were
making a
gonna, like,
rom-com, but we made a
End
comedy.
up being like best friends and then go on like
Okay.
a road trip.
Like-
Harold and Camargo to White Castle.
I realized that you were taking
Like
it in
grown-ups?
a drugs direction, right?
I
And
mean,
so I'm
separate.
thinking like,
It is
oh, I
separate.
wish he wasn't doing this. I wish he was. And then I was like, wait, I can ring the bell and make him stop talking, right? So I ring the bell, and then Brett
And then
picks
I
it up, and I'm
carry
like,
it on.
all right, Brett, pick it up, turn it around, and then he kept going with it. And then I started ringing the bell more and more to just try and bounce it
I
around.
mean,
Well,
I'm not saying if it's a movie with Seth Rogen. I mean, it's just it goes
You're
hand in
asking for
hand.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
Leonardo
Well, I don't.
DiCaprio if you're wanting. Like,
okay.
real
I am
heartfelt.
sorry, but like when I see Seth Rogen, that's the first thing that comes
I
to
mean,
my
if
mind.
it's
Our
if
hearts
it's
will go
Leonardo
on.
DiCaprio in a bank, he'll find a way to drown.
Yeah.
Our hearts will have to go on.
There was room
We'll
for one
title
more.
it.
What is your title of
King
your
of the
movie?
Bank.
I'm a little concerned
Bank
about
Titanic.
this. Remember, the title
Bank
needs to be appropriate
Tight
to be
Bank.
displayed, posters and whatnot. What did you guys
Tight
think
Bank.
of that movie aside from facts? While they're coming
I
up?
think we could have.
They need to
definitely
tell us some
taken it
more
in
of
a
the
different-
jokes that they're gonna use.
Yeah, I was looking for.
I mean,
jokes.
that-
I want to see some of the humor in the situation.
Like, I have a feeling if they would have, not taken such a direct route with drugs, it would have been like a, two-man version of Grown Ups.
I haven't
except
seen that, but
dumbed down.
I'll accept whatever reference here.
An extreme. I
Making.
have a feeling that
Alright.
theirs would have to be somewhat family.
I think you're done coming up with the name. What's the name of your movie?
The Pineapple Exchange.
Okay, that's all right.
Doesn't that
we
already
can
exist?
elaborate.
Do you get it?
Short,
John?
quickly.
Okay, elaborate if you can.
So pretty much the movie. Seth Rogen is in a movie Pineapple Express.
Okay.
And pretty much it's all about drugs and stuff and.
Being sold, like changing hands. Express.
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay.
And then pretty much.
This is a pun- a play on that.
It's in a bank.
Right,
So
and
you
it's an exchange rather than
money.
why I was good. Okay, there's your all right. There's your movie.
There's our alright.
I was really based on the prompts that we had. I was hoping actually to give you guys points, but you guys had an easier topic, and you made it not exactly appropriate for.
I was
Normal
struggling,
Street.
and I can easily pitch you a Morgan Freeman horror.
Horror
story
on the
right
beach.
now.
My favorite line of Stephanie and Helen's was when Stephanie said that Morgan Freeman was angry because, and I rang the bell, and Helen just jumps in with the because he forgot he is God. Because we all know that is the voice of Morgan Freeman. That was what won me over, really. So we're going to give points for that round to Helen and Stephanie. So if we add up the points, let's get a final score. The green Katandas with 94 and the Kalmukwas with 28. Helen and Stephanie, congratulations. You have won our episode of On the Spot.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
And we
Great.
don't have the
Wrong.
credit music. So on to the next one. And so just so you guys have an idea of how this was set up. So
We need to do a tiebreaker. Okay, see, you guys got the popular vote, but
all right.
Let's
All right.
ask the
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
So
No.
Who wants to step in for me?
huh?
Who's stepping in for me then?
So it's gonna be
Cause I'm a judge.
right. It's gonna be the winners of
Ooh.
We didn't
yeah.
think that through, did we? So my sister Kirsten helped me come up with all the prompts for these games,
Yeah,
and
that's
I
all.
actually don't know what the prompts are going to be for the next game. Kirsten made them up herself and then sent them to Helen. And so
Yeah.
Helen has a PowerPoint that you should pull up on Michael's laptop in there if Michael would help you with that if he's in the room.
Nope.
Michael?
Bathroom.
Oh. All right, well, I'll help you.
Michael.
You can pick anyone in the room that's not me or Adam
Don't do
to
drugs,
be your
kids.
partner.
Or
Is Devin still here or did he leave? Is Devin still here? No. He left?
Really?
That's a
Didn't
shame
even
already.
say
He didn't
goodbye.
even say goodbye.
He would have been good at that.
He would have been.
He would have been good at it. Somebody call him. Tell him to get it. Somebody call him and tell him to get back here.
Okay, well, you can pick one of the other two people. Oh, Michael, come here. Hey! Help and get your presentation on your laptop. She's got a LibreOffice presentation.